Comedy Classic, Are You Being Served?
He's looking for something in Scottish tweed with broad shoulders. Well, we all.
And at 20 hours, that bad boy, Benny Hill. Then, Murder Most Horrid.
Blimey, that was a bit anarchic.
And at 22:30,
Do you want to take off your jeans? I mean your scarf.
Men Behaving Badly. While at 23 hours...
It's stuff that.
Oh, a train! How interesting. So I'm on my wedding night, right?
And the frighteningly funny Bob Monkhouse rounds off a thoroughly offensive but well worth watching Saturday night on BBC Prime. Deep in the heart of the English countryside, an ancient discovery comes to haunt the living.
I must speak with you about Melton.
You were there, were you not?
I know nothing about it.
I don't believe you, Professor Little.
And with death, there's new danger.
Who knows what other mysteries it will yield up to us, now it has been woken from its long sleep.
Anglo-Saxon Attitudes, Sunday at 21 hours on BBC Prime.
A takeover bid causes a stir in Capital City. That's in half an hour on BBC Prime after the latest from EastEnders.
No, why?
Well, he just about bit me head off this morning. Wasn't even doing nothing, just me exercises. He had a right go at me.
Well, he has been working all night. I mean, how would you like it if you finally got to sleep and then somebody started playing the trumpet?
Well, that's just the point. I wasn't. Ever tried playing the trumpet with rhyming plaster? After all I went through getting that poxy plate removed.
Sounded like a trumpet to me.
It was my bourgeois.
Your what?
It's what you do with your mouth and lips and that. So you get the trumpet and you go like this.
What's all this about?
Nothing you'd understand.
Oh, Robbie, sign this for us, will you?
It's not a petition, is it?
No, I want your autograph.
Oh, get lost.
Oh, it's not every day you meet a star, is it?
What are you talking about?
Well, haven't you seen it? You and Felix all over the front page of the Gazette.
Ricky, wait! Let me see it!
Mum, are you going to have that toast or what?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I forgot all about it. Look at the state of these tables. Got any polish upstairs?
Mum, that's not your job. Let Lorraine do it. Now, come upstairs, have some breakfast. You feel better.
I can't believe it happened, Grant. I keep playing it over and over in my head. Was it really Phil that said all that? I mean, I know we've had our ups and downs, but even as a kid, he never spoke to me like that. Never. What do you reckon he's playing at?
I don't know, Mum. But I'm sure he'll come round.
How can you say that after what he said to you?
Maybe he's got something on his mind he's just not telling us.
Well, one thing's for certain. If he thinks I'm going to run after him, he's got another thing coming. Until Phil does the decent thing and comes round and apologises, the best thing he can do is stay out of everybody's way.
Paper.
Oh, what's up?
The Gazette, Mum, the Gazette.
No, it's not in yet. Why?
Oh, no. Have you got any money?
I'm not sure.
Well, me and Felix are in the paper. I need to buy it.
Oh, all right.
Quick.
Well, I've only got a fiver.
I'll do, Mum.
Robbie?
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, we're a bit short-staffed today. Maria's just phoned in sick, so I've got to sort that out first thing. Oh, and we're trying out a new line, Mexican enchiladas. Quite nice, actually. I had one yesterday. Shall I bring some home for tea?
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Sorry, love. Enjoying what?
Pretending like nothing's happened. You're sick. Do you know that, Ian? You are sick.
Funny that, isn't it? You can lie to me week in, week out, sleep with someone behind my back, and you're as pure as a driven snow. I try and put a brave face on things, and I'm sick.
Suppose you're trying to impress me. Impress everyone with how forgiving you are. Well, it doesn't work with me, Ian, because I don't care.
That much is obvious.
Yeah, well, why are you bothering then?
Because, Cindy, because I happen to believe that one day we'll put all this behind us. Despite everything, I think our marriage is worth hanging on to, even if you don't.
Oh, and I'm supposed to feel grateful, am I?
Look, I'm putting a lot of effort into this. If I told you how I really felt, you'd leave the room. Now, it's obviously going to take some time for things to get back to normal, and until we do, we just have to make the best of it.
Oh, we just soldier on, do we?
Yeah. Soldiering on is what marriage is all about. Till death us do part. Remember that? See you later.
Oh, he's asleep upstairs. Bad night last night. Didn't spoil his appetite, though. He wanted to see what he got through for breakfast. Went out light and light after that. I like doing the same myself. Why, sit down a minute.
So it's filling?
Oh, you left about half hour ago. Was it important?
No, not really. Just wanted to word with him. How was he this morning?
Oh, you know, same as usual. Well, to tell you the truth, he left when I was getting Ben ready, so we didn't really talk.
How's your bruise?
I've forgotten about that. It's fine, though.
Must have been some door. Look, come on.
Grant, it was an accident. It really was. All right, so we had a little row. Nothing important. But I was distracted, I tripped, I fell against the door. That's exactly how it was. Forgotten about it already. So's Phil.
So you're telling me you had nothing to do with Phil?
He's not like that. He wouldn't deliberately hurt me. I know that. He's not as hot-headed as you are. It's just not in him.
Well, it was in me, all right. The first time I hit Sharon was the beginning of the end. I lost my temper. Before I knew where I was, I'd lost everything.
Well, that's not going to happen here.
Good.
Why don't you try the arches?
Yeah.
What about that then, Mum?
Oh, yeah, very nice. What about my fiver?
Oh, come on, Mum, read it. Look, front page.
Oh, come here. Oh, Robbie, that's lovely. You know, I'm really proud of you.
Can I owe you the money, Mum?
Oh, I don't believe it. You've only gone and bought up half a newsagent's.
Look, Mum, I'll pay you out the reward money. Honest.
Yeah, I've heard that before. So why you got so many copies?
Oh, souvenirs.
Yeah? So some shop sold out then?
Not quite. There's thousands of these papers all over Walford, and they've got me, Wellard and Felix all across the front page.
So... We'd better not be late.
No, we'll be fine. It's only half past. What's the geezer's name, anyway?
Stevenson, and he's not a geezer, he's the head teacher.
Look, try and relax, eh?
Yeah, it's only George's futurist day,
It might
that's
not be
all.
that bad. I did wonder, though. What are we going to say? How are we going to introduce ourselves?
Well, how about hello, we're George's mum and dad?
Hello, love.
Morning, Pat.
Well, don't let me stop you.
No, it's all right. It's good to see you.
Listen, I wanted to catch you early. What are you doing about 6 o'clock tonight?
Nothing much. Bianca's catching up on her books. Why?
Well, me and Roy would like to ask you a favour. Will you meet us in the Vic for a drink?
Yeah, of course I will.
Lovely. Body Brown. I better go, love. See you later.
Oh, see you later. Where's Phil? You tell me.
Why ain't he been in at all?
I ain't seen him. I haven't up myself again today. You know, there's a lot to do here. If you find him, tell him I need him here. Maybe he's having a day at home. Have you tried there? Look, is there a problem or something?
What do you mean, what sort of problem?
Well, I don't know. I just heard that you tried a bit of a bust-up.
Well, if you know all about it, there's no point in asking, is there? Who told you, Pat, I suppose?
No, word gets about.
No, it doesn't. People open their big mouths, that's what happens. Look, if you see Phil, tell him I'm looking for him, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Geeta? Oh, thank goodness. No, I'm at home. No, it didn't work out. Look, Huck, I need to talk to you. No, I can't now. All right, I'll see you there then. All right, bye.
A delighted Robbie Jackson said, in all my years of metal detecting, this is the biggest haul I've ever come across.
Robbie, I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Wait. And of course, when I realised it was stolen goods, I went straight to the police. Do you know what? I don't remember saying any of that.
Well, that's the press for you.
It's true, isn't it? It's the same with bands like Blair and Boyzone. I mean, all the things the papers say aren't true. Apparently, it's all made up.
Listen, Robbie, why don't you come back when I'm not so busy, eh?
I could get a frame for the picture. I mean, it'd look really good on your wall, wouldn't it?
Well...
I mean, I've still got some money left. I'll go and get one of them cheap frames, shall I?
Whatever you say. There we are, sir.
I feel like I'm in prison. I can't speak or move without him thinking I'm up to something. It's like I committed a crime.
Cindy, maybe that's how he sees it. And maybe you could deal with it better if you looked at it from his point of view now and then. I mean, at least he's not violent. Another man in the same circumstances would be smashing up the furniture.
Yeah, well, I'll start smashing things up if he carries on any longer. You think I deserve this, don't you? You're on his side.
No, I'm not. I think it's hard for all of you.
Yeah, but sometimes I prefer if he did start smashing things up. I can't stand all this putting on a brave face. Look, it's all an act, you know. He's as hard as nails underneath. What am I going to do, Gita?
Oh, Cindy, I wish I could wave a magic wand and make things all right for you. But you know no one can do that. Cindy, David's a weak man. You've got to face that. To be really honest with you, I don't think he's got the strength to go through with something as big as this, no matter what he thinks his feelings are. And anyway, he's got Joe to think about, hasn't he?
He really managed long enough without him, didn't he? Look, I know David's trying to be a responsible dad. I mean, he can't ignore Joe or Lorraine. I mean, they won't let him. That's why he spends so much time with them. But it's me he loves, Gita. It's me he wants to be with.
Yes, but...
And we will be together. I know we will. We've just got to play along with him for the time being. But we will be together. That's what this is all about, isn't it?
You're going to be with him? Yes, of course. Don't look at me like that, Gita. Like what? Like I'm in a twist or something. I mean, I like a trot.
You're going to help me? I am trying to help you, Cindy. But you're going around in circles. You say you're going to be with David soon, but how? What's going to change to make that possible? Have you got some kind of plan, or is it just false hope?
I'm going to be with David. Whatever happens, I'm not going to lose him. I can't let that happen.
Yeah, I popped round earlier on in the week. You weren't in.
Oh, sorry. I just been out doing a bit of shopping.
What's that?
Nothing.
Don't give me nothing. I'm your brother. Where is he?
Calm down, will ya? Before you start, I got up too quickly in the night and I walked into a door, and that's the truth, honest.
Really?
Yes. And of course no one believes me, so I've been keeping myself to myself for a while.
Well, if you're sure.
I just told you, haven't I?
Yeah, all right, I believe you. You heard about that business with Phil?
No. What happened?
Well, I had a go at him.
What did you say?
I just don't like him treating you bad.
Ted.
I was upset. I'm sorry, Kath. I didn't mean to make things worse.
I don't suppose you have. Can't get much worse. Anyway, your family. You're supposed to stick your nose in where it's not wanted.
Even so,
Ted, the way Phil's been acting lately, I doubt if he'll even remember talking to you.
Yeah, I suppose I should concentrate on my own problems instead of trying to solve everyone else's.
Go on.
Oh, I don't know.
Ted, what happened?
I want to tell you, but I can't even work it out myself.
Disruptive, thoughtless, suspectable. There's no prizes for getting who he takes after.
It's not as simple as that. Look, I know he's got a few problems, but he's basically a good kid.
Yeah, so we thought.
Oh, he's exaggerating, that's all. He's just trying to wind us up. Joe, he's no different to any other kid his age. I'm telling you, I know how blokes like Stevenson operate. How goes their head?
Well, it's probably a relief for him to be able to talk about it at last. And it might explain why he's been so difficult lately. He must have been really confused, Ted.
But you hear about it in other people's families. I mean, other people's kids. But Tony, my Tony, gay? I don't understand it, Kath.
What does he say?
He said I can take it or leave it.
I suppose he's old enough to make his own mind up. You just got to give him room. And there's nothing wrong with your Tony. It's not such a big deal these days being gay. I mean, at least he's being honest with you.
Yeah, well, that sort of honesty I can do without. It's just one thing after another, Kath. I mean, look at my kids. One's Bible bashing, the other one's gay. And what have I done? Apart from being a total failure as a father.
Don't be too hard on yourself, all right? But listen, whatever you do, don't turn Tony into a stranger. Talk to him. What you do today, the way you handle things, is going to affect the way things turn out. You might be hurting now, but... well, that's nothing to how you feel if Tony disappears out your life forever.
Hey, you still on for later?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I'll put a couple of my boys through their paces. Only young lads, but they're very promising. Grant, about that spot of bother in there, I didn't mean to interfere, you know. I couldn't help it. Well, Peggy...
Oh, no.
You're a very close family, aren't you, you Mitchells?
Well, we have to be.
You seen Phil? Morning, Peggy.
Oh,
Hello, George. You're in early.
It's strictly business. Grant's going to check out the gym with me this afternoon. Well, you never know. Might even get the gloves on him.
Tony! Wait a sec.
So you're still talking to me then, Dad?
Of course I am. How you doing?
All right. Simon's having an early lunch. I thought we'd join him.
I see.
Better get a move on though. You don't get long, so if you don't mind.
No, wait, Tony. I want to have a chat with you.
Oh, yeah? If it's going to be a repeat performance of last time, Dad, I'm just not interested.
No, really. I'm trying to understand, can't you see? How about we meet up over there, 1:30? That's it?
OK, then. But this time, make sure you listen to what I say, all right?
Lock the door, David.
What are you doing here? Are you all right?
I don't know, Dave. I'm frightened. It's like some sort of nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to do. He snaps his fingers in that jump. I daren't use the phone. Every time I go out, the chances are there's someone following me. Is there anyone there? Just have a look.
This is no good, Cindy. This is exactly what he wants. You're just playing right into his hands.
Yeah, but it's all right for you. You're not a prisoner in your own home. He can't do this to us, David. He can't keep us apart forever.
No, of course not.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
Yeah, me too.
Do you? Really?
Well, of course I do.
Why? Why do you hate him?
How can you ask me that?
Tell me. If it wasn't for him, we'd be together, wouldn't we? Is that why you hate him? Tell me.
Yes, darling, of course, of course.
I think that's everything.
Thanks. Look, what about your jacket?
What about it?
Oh, look at it. Looks like you're going to sleep in it.
You'd be right for another couple of
No,
days.
it won't. Come on, take it off.
Fair enough.
Long time since I did anything like that for you.
Yeah.
Bye then.
Yeah, see ya.
Hey, it's not that bad, you know. At least Joe wasn't caught with drugs in his pocket.
Hey?
The look on your face. There is hope, you know.
Miles away.
There you are.
What's your mum?
How'd it go at school?
Oh, don't ask. Can I get anything?
No, I best get back. I'm having a clear out upstairs. I just wanted to know if you fancy a drink tonight with me and Roy. Ricky's coming, and Barry.
Yeah, I'd love to. What's the occasion?
It's a surprise.
Ooh.
I was going to ask Kathy, but somehow I don't think that Phil would want to sit down with Barry right now, do you?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him, Mum. I doubt very much whether Phil will show his face around here tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't here myself, but there was a slanging match in here the other night between him and Grant. And it got quite nasty, apparently.
Sarah's worried.
She'll get used to it.
But we're only trying to help, son.
Help me what? Get over it. This isn't something I'm just going through, Dad. It's not a phase that I'll grow out of. It's the way I am.
I mean, we've never seen eye to eye, but I can't help thinking it's something I've done. No matter what you think, I've always tried to be a reasonable father. Now I think I've failed.
It's got nothing to do with that. Blame don't come into it. It's just the way it is. It's as simple as that, Dad.
And AIDS. Have you thought about that?
Of course I have. Look, I'm not sleeping around or anything. I'm in a relationship.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I do.
But you don't know where he's been, do you?
I do, actually, yeah.
That's what you think.
Look, Dad, I know this is hard for you to understand. In your day, people had to keep quiet. But nowadays, things are different.
You're telling me.
Look, we're taking precautions, all right? As long as we're sensible, things should be okay. So try not to worry about it, eh? I'll tell you what, why don't you treat me to a cup of tea? We haven't done that in ages, have we?
Yeah, well, I could treat you to something a bit strong if you like.
Someone in there ain't too pleased with me at the moment.
Alan, have a look at this.
Yeah, Robbie, I've seen it. I found some more stuff for the wash. Did you put it in yet?
No, not yet. It's over there.
Thanks a bunch. See you later, Mum.
Yeah. You found it yet?
Yeah, no problem. See ya.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Hello, is that John? Yeah, look, you don't know me, but I think you might be able to help me with a problem.
lover boy.
I want a word with you. What do you think you're playing at?
I don't know. Tell me.
This.
Oh, that's where the other one got to.
Look, if this is supposed to be some kind of joke, I ain't laughing.
I don't know what you mean, really. You must have taken it without realising.
Look, Frankie, this has got to stop. And it's got to stop now.
If you say so. Alan.
All right. 2 teas, love. Do you want any cake, Tony?
No, thanks.
Believe me, son, I'm trying to understand all this. First I'm going to be a granddad, and now you're... What about the kid?
It could be mine.
You don't know?
Like I said,
You're not sure? Sounds like you're a bit confused, son.
Yeah, I am. But not about Simon. Nothing's going to change my feelings for him.
Yeah? Well, what about him? I mean, suppose he ain't come along.
I'm sorry, Dad. I think it'd have happened anyway. I think I've always known that I was this way. I just couldn't admit it to myself. And I was afraid that you'd hate me.
Your teas.
What are you doing here? You're home early, aren't you?
You've been checking up on me. You and Mum, why? Why did you do it?
Calm down, Joe.
You went to see Mr.
He
Stevenson.
asked us to go there. He's worried about you. Now, sit down.
No. You're all in it together. You and Mum, you trying to trick me, aren't you?
Trick you. Look, have you been to school today?
You want me to admit that I'm evil? Well, I'm not evil.
What are you talking about evil? All I want to know is, have you been to school today? This week? What about your homework? Are you having problems, Joe? Because we can talk about it.
Listen, I'm telling you. It's not me that's evil. It's you.
No, up a bit on the left. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Looks brilliant, doesn't it?
Very nice. But now, if you don't mind, I really must get on, Robbie.
Oh, that looks nice. Well, you do, Felix, and so does Wellard. But you sure that ugly mug next to you won't scare your customers away?
I remember that next time you want a favour done.
Alex, you had a good day at school?
Great. Get away with murder with your arm in plaster.
I can imagine, yeah. You still think it's a good school, then?
Yeah, brilliant. Except no brass teacher. I asked Mum for private lessons, but she said we can't afford them. It's not fair, I can't even practice at the moment. At this rate, I'm never going to get any better.
How's your embouchure?
Coming on very nicely, as a matter of fact.
Good. Oh, look, have you seen this?
You're joking, aren't you? Everyone's seen it.
No, I don't mean the piece on me and Robbie. Look.
Oh, wow, that's Mick's group.
Oh, you know him, then?
Yeah, Mick McFarlane. Our trumpet teacher, remember, at the summer workshop.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, it says here that he's starting a brass group at the Walford Young Musicians Centre next month. Why don't you go along there sometime and find out?
OK, then, yeah.
So, what do you think of George's gym, then?
Yeah, it seemed like a well-run place.
I told you, you didn't believe me, did you?
Any sign of him? You want a drink?
Go on then, I'll have orange juice.
Evening. 2 gin and cheese, please.
You're right. Yeah, fine, thanks. You sure? I walked to the door and nearly knocked myself out, but otherwise...
Well, if you fancy joining us for a drink later.
Yeah, thanks.
So, what's happening about Joe's schooling then? Have you decided yet?
No, not yet. We're still thinking about it.
Cheers. Come on then, what's
Ricky, hello, love.
Hello, mate.
Sorry I'm late. I forgot it was my turn to cook, so I had to put the casserole
Oh, I see.
Right, now the gang's all here, I've got a short announcement to make. No, we're going to have a registry office wedding on October the 15th. Oh, well, mate, brilliant. Now, for that, we need 2 upstanding young men to act as witnesses.
And we'd like it to be you two.
Great, smashing. We'd be glad to, yeah.
Barry, we'd like you to be best man.
Honour and a privilege.
Great, let's drink to that then, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers.
6:33. Oh, you had a bottle of wine? Yeah. That's £1.50 extra for corkage. £2.17 change. Thank you very much.
You knew we were Skyping off. I thought it was just the ones. For goodness sake, David, why didn't you tell me?
Look, as far as I was concerned, it only happened a few times. I couldn't very well follow him to school every day, could I? I didn't realise it had got that bad, and once I knew about it, he generally had some excuse. He was feeling ill, or he had 3 periods.
So what does he think he should do?
As little as possible.
Well, if you asked him.
I can't get through to him at all, Lorraine. Maybe you should speak to him.
Did you notice Kathy at the bar earlier?
No, I can't say I did. Why do you ask?
Didn't like the look of her. She had this socking great bruise on her face. Said she walked into a door. Strange sort of door, if you ask me.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions if I were you.
No, something's up. Well, first there was that business with the holiday. And then apparently, the other night, there was a ding-dong in here between Grant and Phil.
Really?
Still, she knew what she was letting herself in for, Marilyn Mitchell. Look what their mother's like.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Yeah. How can we help you?
Well, if you must badmouth the landlady, I think only good manners to wait till you're off the premises, don't you?
Hey, now wait a minute.
It's all right, Roy. I don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Would you care to moderate your tone? You are talking to my future wife.
Well, I'm very sorry. I just think a little bit more respect might be in order. There are other pubs if you don't like this one.
Yeah, and how about respecting other people's private conversations? George?
It's all right, Grant. I think I made my point.
Come on, Pat. Let's go. He's quite right about there being other pubs. I know you, don't I? George Palmer.
That's me.
Yeah, I thought I recognized you.
Yes, love?
I'm John. Call me about a meeting?
You ain't got any cakes, have you, Alan? Bianca says she wants a pudding.
I don't know, I'll have a look. Where is she?
Doing the books. Not a pretty sight, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'll bet. We've got one of them currant things, Eccles cake.
Sure. I've been wondering where you were.
Yeah, well, now you know, don't you? You hungry? I'll get you something.
No, you're all right. I was just going to ask you...
What's that?
Well, when you think you're coming back to work?
Well, who knows, eh? When I feel like it. Yeah, sit yourself down. I got a can here. Have a drink.
Don't you think you should go home, Phil?
No, not yet.
Come on, Phil. We'll give you an hand. I mean, we ain't going to be busy for a while. We'll close up for a few minutes, eh?
Now, leave me alone. I'll do what I want, all right?
Come, Phil, give us a...
You can shut your mouth and all. Because I've been watching you. You've been overcharging on the corkage, didn't you? I saw you.
No, look...
Now, £1, we said. A quid, yeah? Not 30, Bob. You've been pocketing the difference, haven't you?
Look, it's not what you think, I mean, I've done nothing wrong. It's all going straight in the till.
Now, this is my business, pal. Just remember that, not yours. Now, get your stuff together and get out, yeah? You're sacked.
Okay. Sure about this? Don't come cheap. There's a lot of risk involved.
Well,
Think it over for a while.
think of nothing else. Look, I'm desperate. I don't care what you do, but the sooner the better. And don't worry about money. There'll be plenty of that when it's all over.
Hold it right there. This is a big number, Mrs. Bill. I want the money up front and fast, or it's no deal.
Yeah, but I don't know if I...
When you've made your mind up, call me. Just call me. Bring the cash. I'll do what you want. Okay?
Dramas in the high-flying world of finance, next on BBC Prime, Capital City.
Dibley is an unusual village.
Are we all here?
Yes, perfectly.
Not can we all here, are we?
Sandwich?
No, thank you. Anchovy and peanut butter, not quite my cup of tea.
The bladder's been playing up again. I spent so much time in the stables toilet, I'm thinking of sending out change of address cards.
A village like that deserves an unusual vicar.
Hello. She's a woman.
Oh, you noticed? These are such a giveaway, aren't they?
Dawn French stars in a new comedy. The Vicar of Dibley begins